Amy Welch is at the court for us in Greater Manchester.
The court heard how Farrokh Nizar's nickname was Mr Lucky, but in June this year, when he tried to con an elderly lady out of her £1 million lottery win, there was no luck involved. Sentencing him to 30 months in jail, the judge told Farrokh Nizar he'd committed a calculated act which breached the trust of a vulnerable old lady.
Amy Welch in Greater Manchester for us there.
Good morning. Here are the daybreak headlines in the Granada region.
The police watchdog is appealing for witnesses after a partially sighted man was shot in the back with a taser gun in Chorley. A Lancashire police officer tasered Colin Farmer after mistaking his white stick for a samurai sword. That's all the news from us so far. I'll be back in an hour. First, though, it's back to Lorraine and Aled. Bye for now.
Our reporter Amy Welch is in Barrow Forest tonight. Amy, what more can you tell us?
Well, Lucy, around a dozen mums rely on this maternity service here in Barrow every day, but they've been told today that from next week they'll have to travel around 50 miles to get that same level of care in Lancaster. There's been a big campaign of mums who you can see behind me here who are campaigning to stop their service being downgraded permanently, and one of those mums joins me now. Just tell me, what does this mean for mums like yourself?
If they downgrade the unit, it means a 50-mile trip during a terrifying time in their life.
Our reporter Amy Welch has more.
A man walks past and points a gun. A second, hooded and hidden from view, is close behind. The first comes back into shot. He draws a hand grenade from his pocket and throws it at a house in Droylsden. These are the men police believe are shown in this CCTV. Greater Manchester Police say, as far as they're aware, this is the only grenade attack they've ever dealt with. They don't know if Anthony Wilkinson and Dale Cregan still have access to grenades, and police say while they don't believe the pair are a direct threat to the public, they shouldn't under any circumstance be approached. Well, in the past hour, friends and family have been laying flowers here at the spot where 15-year-old Thomas Barton tragically lost his life. He was meant to be enjoying the sunshine, but 15-year-old Tom Barton's afternoon swim ended in tragedy. Jordan McDonnell was the last person to see Tom alive.
They ran out of breath and stuff and got on the fishing part in the middle and started to get the breath back, so I swam under.
Amy, sadly, this isn't the first time this has happened in Lancashire in similar circumstances.
That's right. In July last year, 13-year-old Dylan Ramsey drowned while swimming in a quarry in Whittley Woods. His mother's since launched a campaign trying to stop young people swimming in open water. And when I spoke to Thomas's father earlier, he said if any good can come of this, is to stop other young people taking the same risks that Thomas did. I'm at Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, where a mother from our region is about to set off on the mission of a lifetime in memory of her son. As she takes her first step, she knows he's watching down, driving her to succeed.
He would be here with us. He would absolutely love this.
It's the start of the rainy season here on Mount Kilimanjaro, and after just an hour's walking, we've already been hit by our first torrential downpour. It's still hot and humid, but the ground's now muddy and slippy. It's only from 500 feet in the air that you can see the true scale of the landscape firefighters are dealing with. A simple flame can travel up the hill faster than we can run. And if the conditions are right, this entire area could be destroyed in as little as 24 hours. Out on patrol in West Lancashire. A rural part of the world where you'd expect crime levels to be low. But away from the bright lights of the towns and cities, police are looking for lamps of another kind. In this part of West Lancashire, poachers could be out anything up to 4 or 5 times a week. As darkness falls, poachers become easier to spot, and it's not long before we find something suspicious.
I'm just going to carry out a search of your car under poaching powers, OK? See, they haven't got any lamps or anything like that?
And I'll get the dogs up for you.
2 men with dogs on private land.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe the things that this man does, though.
How long is it going to take them to change all those clocks?
Well, that's a very good question. This clock manufacturer designs and makes 250,000 clocks every single year and sells them around the world. In their showroom alone, they have 400 clocks on display, so you can imagine why it's not their favourite time of year. Well, Chloe Reid is co-owner here. Chloe, this is a lot of clocks, so it's a mammoth task for Chloe and for the rest of the team here. Well, I don't know about you, but it's something which catches me out every single year, so just remember that it's forward, not back, for those brighter evenings.